girl, Candidly V. I'm back with another video. Anyways, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, don't forget to thumbs up this video, comment, and subscribe. Oh, and don't forget to turn that bell on. Like, you ain't about to just walk out here without turning that bell on. Come on now, support your girl, support your girl. No, but seriously, thank you all for stopping by and saying hey. I appreciate you. As you already know, today's conversation of Girls Talk Quarantine Chronicles, we're going to be talking about how to get over a heartbreak, and I'm going to share with you guys my personal heartbreak that I had to get over and how I actually handled and dealt with that and actually overcame it as well. So if you're interested in this video, then definitely stay tuned and keep watching. So guys, y'all know for Girls Talk, I always have my glass of wine. What was I thinking? I don't have my glass of wine. It ain't gonna be a Girls Talk without that wine. I'm gonna be right back. Now that I've had that taken care of and I have my wine, I hope you grabbed yours as well. We can get straight into this video. So we're gonna speak about, like I said before, how to get over your first heartbreak. Now, females, I know that we are heavily involved in our relationships, but so are men too. That's the failed perception, that there are actually a lot of men that also deal with heartbreaks as well. And before we get into how, I figured I would share with you a quick little story about my first heartbreak, first major heartbreak, and how I managed to overcome that and be smiling in front of you now today. Okay, so a little fact about me that some people may not know is that I was actually married. So I was married, and now I am officially divorced. I have been divorced for a while now. So I got married, and whilst I was in my marriage, you know, I'm not going to use this as a bash. I'm not going to bash my ex-spouse or anything like that, because I don't believe in bashing anyone. You know, I learned a lot from him and that relationship, and I've taken it on to new things and new relationships today. So I'm definitely not going to bash him. So if you're looking for a bash video, this one isn't it. Sorry. But I was married before, and my spouse was unfaithful. And throughout that, he also had children whilst we were married as well. So yeah, I had a pretty hard time, and at first I tried to forgive him and we tried to work on our marriage, because I personally do not believe in divorce. I do believe it's an option, as I had to take that option. But I don't really believe that you get married to then get a divorce. Like, I feel like if you're going to get married, if you really love and commit and you're committed to someone, then you owe it to that relationship to stick it out. Because let's be real, let's be honest, there is not one person that can tell me in this world that their relationship is perfect. Are you that person? Are you going to try and tell me that? No. No one's relationships are perfect, and every relationship goes through trials and tribulations. Honey, I have had my fair share of relationships, and ain't none of them gone perfect. Now, some of them been good, but they have never been perfect. And I understand that people, you know, I'm a Christian as well, so I'm a firm believer in the Bible, and divorce not really an option, okay? But I do also believe that both parties have to want to make it work. That was the problem in my relationship, which is why we ended in divorce. At the time, at first, I think that my spouse felt bad, and yes, I think that he felt remorse, especially with the fact that I had actually found out. And funnily enough, I found out on social media. Ain't that something? But I think he was definitely remorseful, and we tried to work on it. It took a while for us to get to that point, but we did try to work on it. And I really prayed about it, and I asked God to just let it go. Like, just Just take that negative energy and those thoughts and just let it go, because there are so many marriages that deal with infidelity that make it. And I honestly, as naive as I was at the time, I believed that my marriage could make it. I believed that we both wanted to make it work, and I honestly loved my husband. So that is where I was at with that situation. However, later on, I came to realize that that was not the situation that I was in, and that I was the only one really trying, and he decided to up and leave yet again. He told me he was going out to his cousin's house and he'll be back, and then I get a message after he leaves the house basically saying that he's not coming back. That's fine. Okay, cool. But it was really hard because, number one, yes, I wanted to deal with my career, and another reason why I moved to the US from the UK was because of that marriage. You know, so I was completely alone out here. I mean, not completely alone out here, because I do actually have family here in the US too, but I felt like I was completely alone. I didn't have that support system that I had in the UK here in the US, apart from my family, which is great, and they were really supportive. And to be honest, his family were extremely supportive too in helping me get through that. But at the same time, it hurt. I fell into a deep depression. I wouldn't eat. I lost so much weight. Like, all this weight you see on me today, it weren't here, honey. I was skinty, okay? Skin and bone, okay? Now, I wasn't able to get rid of a lot of my curves because, you know, your girl's curvy. But, yeah, that's definitely something that when I could see my collarbone. And that's how my mom, like, she video called me one time and she was just like, why are you getting so skinny? Like, why can I see your collarbone? I've never been able to see your collarbone like that. So that's how my mom was put on to the fact that I wasn't eating. And I literally spent all day crying, staying in the bed, not eating. And I would drink water. Oh, and then sometimes I just wallowed in alcohol. Not good. I'm not an alcoholic, but I just wanted to, I felt that alcohol could numb the pain that I was feeling at that time, because I'd never felt any type of pain like that in my life. That's how much I wanted my marriage to work. Anyway, we fast forward, and I think it was one of my cousin's friends that came to me one time, and she was like, okay, that's it. You have been down this whole time for so long. And she's one of my really good friends too. Let me just not say just my cousin. She came to me and she was like, no, that's it. We're done with this. Like, we're done. You're done looking like you're homeless. You're done not doing your hair, your makeup, your eyebrows, your nails, all the stuff that I usually would do, that I love to do. And my whole appearance was bed clothes. That's all I cared about. Hair, I couldn't care less about my hair. Put it in a bun and I'm done. You know, I mean, it was so bad that I broke out. I had a whole rash on my face because of the stress. It was all under my eye, it just swole up, and it was awful. It was ugly. And they told me, stop doing this to yourself. And they said, her suggestion was that I just go out on a date, on a blind date with someone that I didn't really know. But it was a joint date with her. So I was like, okay, well, fine, whatever. I do need to get out of this funk, right? Let me tell you something. I don't necessarily suggest it to everyone. It probably isn't going to work for everybody. But I got out and I had some fun. Now, that is definitely a point that I would tell you, is get with some friends. If you have to go on another date now, I'm not telling you to get in a relationship with a new person. But if you have to go out on a date with the opposite sex, then do that. Or the same sex. Okay? Then definitely go and do that and enjoy yourself. But go out and have some fun. Whoever you want to go out and have some fun with, just do it, okay? Because then you start picking yourself back up, because you finally have remembered what laughter feels like. Sounds crazy, right? I would even probably say even try watching a comedy too. But it's always good for people interaction that are there to constantly, like, they see you starting to fall back into thinking negative or feeling sad or down, and they're right there to pick you right back up and pull you back into the fun, happy place that we're now in. Okay? Do it. And then guess what you have to do after that? keep doing it. Okay, I went on a date. We met up a couple times after, not much, but I always told him, like, I'm not ready. And I honestly believe that everyone should be honest about this type of stuff. And I told him I honestly wasn't ready. I wasn't, like, he was really liking me and wanted to be like in a relationship and everything. And I was kind of like, no, I'm not ready. I was like, I'm not ready for this. I mean, it's been great and you're a really nice guy and I really want to keep our friendship, but I can't blur the lines yet. I'm not there. And I don't think it's fair to fall for someone else and put them in that situation when your heart and your mind is still on the ex that you were dating. Okay, so try not to do that. It's not right to hurt someone else's feelings in the process of you trying to make yourself feel better. Okay, so that's another point. And that fizzled out, but we still cool, we're still connected, like, you know, we'll still talk, but it's nothing, like, you know, it's just a friendship. It's nothing more at all. And then you need to get back to having fun by yourself and loving yourself and doing little things that make you feel like you again. Like I said, getting my hair done. I went and cut my hair like super short and I dyed it red. Like, guys, say when you're going through something, you'll do some stuff, but I loved it though. It was a real nice, cute look. I loved it. But yeah, I cut my hair and I went red. I wanted to be like, I was like, this is the reborn Vanessa. This is the girl that I want my kids one day when I have children to look up to be their role model. Okay, and this is what I'm gonna do. And I've always been told by my parents, you should never, you know, make your whole life be about a man. But it's hard. I'm gonna be 100 with you guys. It's hard when you're in a relationship and you really love that person. It's hard to detach. It's hard to move on. It's hard to forget. And it's even harder to forgive. There were several times after that situation when my ex came back and he felt remorse and he apologized. And he kept on apologizing several times after that. You know, and, you know, at one point he even wanted to try again. But, and guess what I did? I forgave him. I said, you know what? I forgive you. Because that was a really hard time that I went through with you. But honestly, I thank you because you've now made me a stronger woman. I now know the signs that I wasn't looking at before, that I never looked for. It's hard to comprehend, but to be honest, I never in a million years thought my spouse would ever cheat on me. It's crazy, right? And you're probably thinking, are you dumb as hell? Yeah, I was that dumb. And you know what? This is why I'm telling you this. It's because in my last relationships previous to a marriage, I'd never dealt with that. And none of us had ever really, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but with all my exes, we ended on good terms. You know, it's sad at first, but we ended on good terms and we went our separate ways. And I even had one ex tell me, like, you know what, I just don't feel like this is, because we were doing long distance, another one, right? We were doing long distance and he's like, you know, I really don't want to cheat on you. So, and we're not seeing each other as much as we need to. And I was in law school at the time. So it's like, you know, I just want you to focus on what you're doing in law school. I didn't really have the time for a relationship. And when I look back now, I was sad then, but, you know, he was like, I don't want to cheat on you because you don't deserve that. But at the same time, I want to be honest because you're not here and we're not seeing each other as much as we are. So I just feel like we should go our separate ways. Okay, cool. It hurt, but we moved on. So yeah, so that would be the next step, is get back to doing something for you, have fun and enjoy it, because that's definitely something that will actually start to pull you up and pull you through. And then also another tip is don't forget the signs. Okay, don't forget the signs that happened to you, because you got to take that and protect yourself for the next one that potentially could break your heart. You know, I believe in giving a relationship your all, 110%, regardless anyway, with whoever I'm with. But it's hard not to guard. And to be honest, like the guy that I'm with now, I feel like I have put him through the ringer. He's amazing, and I appreciate him, and I appreciate the support and the love that he gives me. I just say toodles to him, like, thank you, Lord, for sending me this good man. Okay. But yeah, so just make sure that when you're dealing and you're getting over a heartbreak, that you continue to have a supportive circle around you. And if you don't have several people that are supportive, I had my best friend. I had one of my ex-boyfriends that was a really good friend, that still is to this day a really, really good friend. I had, because we'd been through hell and back, like he's like the next relationship from my marriage that I would like class as a real relationship. You know, but just have supportive people around you that are there, that are going to pick you up. Me and my girlfriends have all dealt with some heartbreak in our lives and some serious situations, and which is why we can talk about it and we can advise and we can tell other people, you know, how to do better, because we see it. But sometimes you have to learn for yourself, and sometimes you are put in these situations and everything. But definitely have someone that you can speak to. And if you don't know or have anyone that you feel like you can get this out and talk to, that you don't feel like it's going to blow your confidence, your confidence in them, that you can confide in, then I don't even mind if you want to reach out to me. My social media is on my page. You can send me a private DM on Instagram and we can talk, because this is a serious subject, and there have been people that really feel or get extremely low to the point where they may not want to live anymore. And, you know, I don't want that to be the situation just because you feel like you have no one to speak to. So definitely, if you're in that position and that is you, then reach out, because I'm here 100%, honestly. And yeah, and then the last thing of getting over a heartbreak is, number one, make sure you got a great playlist, okay? Because when you're going through that breakup, that heartbreak, you need a good playlist. Trust me. Let me tell you my number one song. Y'all gonna kill me for this, but it's Mary J. Blige, I Ain't Gonna Cry. And guess what? When I'm singing those lyrics, I'm crying, okay? I'm big bawling tears, okay? But I love that song anyway. But yeah, let me just tell you something. It's not going to happen today. It's not going to happen tomorrow. It's not going to happen next week. It takes time. Time is the final healer. Okay. And if you believe in God, like I do, I would say this is actually my number one trip, but I'm putting it at the end because not everybody's religious, not everyone believes that, and I want to be respectful of that and other people's beliefs. But for me personally, I prayed to God, because at that time I didn't understand why I was in that situation and why he had put me in that situation. But now that I'm on the other side of the situation, I see what I got from that, and I feel like it's made me a better woman today and a better partner today. So definitely pray if that is something that you do and that's something that you believe in. Pray, because I believe in God and I believe he moves mountains and miracles. And also have that support system and talk and reach out, and there are helplines out there for this type of stuff if you need that too. And I think I may try and actually put some helplines in too, just in case it helps somebody and someone watch this video. But now that I've gone through relationships, no, I'm joking, not relationships, but we'll do another series. I'll do another talk or another video, or maybe even on one of my lives. I will talk about this subject a little bit more, but I just wanted to put this video out there because I feel like there's a lot of us that go through this, and a lot of people deal with it at least once in their lives. So definitely hit that thumbs up button, comment, subscribe, and definitely, guys, share my channel. Okay, share this video. If you know someone that needs this advice, then share it to them, because knowledge is key. And let me tell you something. I say it now and I'm gonna keep saying it. I'm gonna say it every time I get on the camera. YouTube is the new Google, okay? That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna leave that right there. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining me for another video, another Quarantine Chronicles, girls talk. I appreciate you guys. I love you, and thank you so much, because I see every single one of you. Have a great evening, day. I'm not too sure when you're watching this, but have a great rest of your week. All right then, bye-bye.